Tax time, paying the bills, it all requires paperwork and filing that paperwork. But how many of us are as organized as we should be? Let me raise my hand right now because I'm not. But keeping your home office organized does save you time. It does save you money, whether you have a home office or operate from the dining room table. And also when you have papers that you no longer need, they may contain personal information of value to an identity thief. And so we have a guest today who will help us with keeping organized and keeping everything secure. So joining us on the Balancing Act this morning is Carol Ray Lucarelli from ACCO Brands to get us back on track. Hello, good morning to you, Carol.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Hey, great to have you here. Let's dive right into it because I am not organized. I'm the first to admit it. I have 3 kids. I have a husband. I have a business. I work full time. I need help, and I know I'm not alone. I know our viewers probably feel the same way.
You are absolutely right. I've got some great tools, great tips, and things that we can talk about today. You know, the biggest thing is finding a plan.
I love those boards. I almost bought one of those the other day.
They're great. They're great for sharing information. We've got a Quartet whiteboard that you can keep in your kitchen. You can put it somewhere where the entire family can buy into the plan, know what they need to do to stay organized.
I love that. Love that.
All right, so now we're going to deal with all that paperwork that's coming into the house. It's the kids' backpacks. It's all of the places you volunteer. If you've got the time, it's everything that you've got coming into the mailbox.
And my pile, I'm not even exaggerating, it's up to here.
You are not alone.
Okay, good.
So we've got a couple great tools here. Okay. And again, we're going to talk about things that are really flexible. One of these things is a great fashionable binder with tab dividers. Now, the nice thing about these is that you can organize it however you need to. One great thing, get those takeout menus out of that kitchen drawer. Put them in here. You get them out of the way. Another great tool from Wilson Jones, kind of in the same work style line that we've got here.
This looks pretty too. I like that.
Thank you. And you know, great fashionable colors and complementary file folders. You don't want to punch the documents. You don't have the time. Go ahead, throw them in those file folders.
I'd be throwing them in the file folders there.
Stay organized. We've got them right there.
Okay.
Now we've got some other products here. This is probably what you
a little more conservative,
right? A little more conservative. Your more traditional binder. When somebody's thinking about a 3-ring binder, it's on the kids' school list. It's not just about the binder.
Okay.
It's the stuff you put inside of it. So we've got some color-coded sheet protectors here. Kids organize by color. They learn it early in grade school.
They do.
We have to keep it up as adults. Now, the other thing we've got here, you don't have time to punch those documents, or you've got really big documents that you get in the mail.
There's a lot of space in there.
High capacity. Up to, I think it's 250 sheets.
Wow.
It's fabulous to just gather that stuff. Now, one other great tool. Tab dividers. They're fabulous, but people hate those little slips of paper.
I don't like putting those in there.
And we don't have them. It's a single sheet of paper, one sheet of paper. You see right through there.
Very smart. I like that.
It is great, and it is easy, and it's fast, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep the system easy and fast so you stick to it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have you take a look at our big mouth filer over there. You bet. Now, we've designed that for students. It's great for adults, too. Fits right in a backpack.
Santana would love this. His backpack looks like a bomb went off in there.
And
but here he can put everything in there.
Absolutely, and it's color-coded, and then you know where to find it, too.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like, Mommy, I know where everything is. I'm like, but I don't. So I love that. That would be great. And this Big Daddy here.
We've got tax time coming up. Everybody sits there and shudders about the IRS. We've got a way to stay organized. Not only do we have to eliminate the clutter, but we've got to stay on top of it for next year's filing.
Look at this.
It's all pre-labeled. Drop the documents in as you get them, so you're not doing what a lot of people end up doing, and that's going through piles of stuff in the home office or, you know, in your car for receipts, that sort of thing.
Because you can start doing this at the beginning of the year. And so by the end of the year, it's all organized, it's all done. You give this whole thing to your tax guy or gal, and you're ready to go.
You're all set.
I love that. All right, so where can we find these?
You can find everything that I've shown you here at Office Depot and stay on top of it. That's the key.
That is the key. You're absolutely right. And so, you know, you've got all this paperwork, but you're not going to keep everything. So I want you to stick around because some of the stuff we're going to need to get rid of, we want to do it safely and securely. And so we should eliminate all those documents that we no longer need, the ones any identity thief would love to get their hands on. And so when we come back, we'll take a look at one very helpful device used for destroying old but confidential paperwork. So stick around for that. Welcome back, everybody, as we continue to organize all of our paperwork. But before the break, we were looking at the organizers, but now we want to look at all the paperwork that we no longer need. But, you know, we may be a little nervous about throwing it away because of ID theft. And, of course, what comes to mind is, the good old paper shredder and all that time that you're just standing there and you're feeding one little piece of paper at a time. But I guess, Carol, that may be the cost of security. Maybe, by the way, Carol from ACCO is back with us this morning.
Thanks for having me again. You know, you're absolutely right, Danielle. Now, I think everybody who has a paper shredder is certainly used to feeding in just a single sheet at a time.
Right.
And you sit there and you wait until you can feed the next one in. So what do you do? What do you do? You're stuck there. Right. You're stuck. You're chained to the shredder.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I'm going to show you some great features on this Swingline shredder from the makers of the Swingline stapler.
Yeah.
Now, I think anybody who's got a paper shredder today knows that, you know, one of the things that you can't...
I always have to unstaple it before I put it through.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry at all. We can put up to 100 sheets of paper in there. Don't worry about paper clips. Don't worry about staples. Don't worry about straightening out the papers. Close the lid, and it starts shredding.
And it shreds. And you know what? Listen to that. I mean, it's really actually quiet.
It's very quiet. It's lightweight, so you can take it from place to place in the house.
Living room to the kitchen. And guess what? Guess what? I can walk away. I can go start making dinner. You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
I can do other things.
What we're doing with this product is delegating the shredding to the shredder. You don't have to stand here and do it. Right. You don't have to stand here. And, you know, going into tax time, looking at the documents that you're preparing, that you've gathered up to do this, ideally in an organized way, that you don't need to hold on to any longer, take care of them right away. Don't let them stack up.
You know what? That's a great piece of advice, because I think by making it easier, you actually are thwarting off identity thieves. Because a lot of times, if you know you can only do one little piece at a time, you're going to put it off.
You're going to put it off, and then it's sitting there,
and it's going to, you know, you may even end up throwing it away without shredding it, which is not a good thing to do.
You don't want to do that. There was a recent Department of Justice study that was released just a few months ago. Over a 2-year period, 12 million U.S. citizens victims of identity theft.
Oh my God!
That's why you need the shredder. This is a
great.
Cross-cut shredder, so it's going to chop it up into little bits. It's going to chop up little credit cards that you put in that little slot. Everything,
all in one place. I like the fact that it's portable. I like the fact that you can do up to 100 seeds. I don't have to take all the little staples off. You've just made our lives so much easier.
You bet. And
so, you know, before you go,
today.
Let me ask you, because I really do want one of these. I could use this in my house. Where can I find it?
You can go to Office Depot, Staples, and other office supply dealers and find the shredder today.
Wonderful. Well, Carol, thanks so much for stopping by. All right. And to take a look at some of the other office equipment that could make your life run just a little bit smoother and more organized, go to www.acco.com.